at First Energy Stadium in a city aptly named after its founder, Moses Cleveland, way back in 1796. Today, we reach Week 15, and we've got a good matchup in store between the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns.
Cade York set to do the honors here, and we are underway from Cleveland. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
On one, ready?
Right to the air is Burrow.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
It's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
The Browns at 11-2 now. They've been playing their best football of the year, winners of 4 in a row.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
But you've got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage.
Throwing on 3rd down, Watson.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
York able to send this one through. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
And now a timeout called defensively by the Browns. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go, here we go. 11.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw.
Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Denzel Ward.
And that's what we've seen from this defense all year long because they've been so good at finding ways to take the football away. And they just gave us another example right here. A strong defense, that's something you're going to need to rely on come playoff time. And this crew has got one. There's no doubt about that, Brandon.
They'll run with Chubb. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Chubb.
With now 15 rushing touchdowns on the year.
And the Browns are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead grows to 10-0.
So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
Ready?
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the
and he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow looking to pass.
He'll get this to his tight end. That's Pat Freiermuth. And they'll work this down inside the 30.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And here's another interception, the third of this first quarter. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu.
And the Browns are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go to the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They start on the ground with Nick Chubb. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
They run again on first down. Chubb
to about the 48-yard line. Well, these two teams, they met up way back in the season opener, and it was the visiting Browns who got the victory then, so they'll look for the season sweep here in Cleveland.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
From the 50, it's Watson.
Got it complete to Khalil Shakir.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 39. Give them 11 yards and time and a new set of downs. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. On first down, it's Watson.
This will be taken in by Michael Pittman. Down inside the 10.
And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
Michael Pittman,
his 9th touchdown of the season. And his guys now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that makes our score 17-0.
So an early advantage now and a good one. 17-0 our scores. They kick this one away. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Bengals drive about to get going.
As
the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Throwing on 2nd and long. Burrow. He's going to air one out. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Almost feels like anything you can do, we're going to try and match or do better. We've already seen 1 touchdown pass from the opposition. They tried to equal it on that throw.
This will probably be the last play of the quarter. Now a timeout called for by the defense. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. He's going to let it go again. He's got a man complete. And it's a big play there as he is finally taken down on what will be a terrific final act of this first quarter. 17-0 our score after 1.
Here we go.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. They will throw on 1st down with Burrow. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Now Burrow. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Bengals are able to cut into that deficit. So, partner, it was a passing game that drove them down the field, but when they get close, they trust that man in the backfield, and he took them home.
And they trust their offensive line as well because so many of these units, they specialize in either pass protection or run blocking. This group shows its versatility and gets both done on this drive.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll cut the lead to 17-7.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They have to be pleased with the way that they've moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. The yardage numbers for him just keep piling up for his career. He's now toppled, Charles, the 11,000-yard mark.
And just think about that. For most NFL running backs in their career, it feels like if they get to 1,000 yards, they've had a nice little run. He's over 11,000 yards, probably beyond his wildest dreams.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. 48 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb.
And the stop made by Cam Taylor-Britt.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, Watson.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Bengals are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. So the interception there, and Charles, I'd imagine that's something you can maybe live with in December, but not come January.
And I love how you make the distinction there. You're talking about regular season versus the postseason, the playoffs. Because these guys, they've already clinched a playoff spot, but they know, looking ahead, when they get into the postseason, they've got to take better care of the football because turnovers in that situation, they really become magnified.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Throwing again on 2nd down. Burrow. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now it's Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Picked off by Grant Delpit. Well, CD, when you mentioned earlier about spreading the ball around in this game, I don't think you mentioned the guys in the other uniform. There are 4 interceptions here in the first half, and several different guys have picked them off.
Yeah, instead of analyzing what's going wrong with him, throwing the football, while we look at the defense, they came in prepared, had excellent game plan, well scouted, and they're taking it away at almost every turn.
After the interception, here's Watson.
Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu. And the Bengals are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Now their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, at the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Now let's see who this is on. So apparently some grabbing of the jersey there on the O-line.
Yeah, just look in the interior, and that's where the penalty occurred.
On line, ready? 11. Go.
Here's Burrow. He's going to float this one deep right side. And now here's another interception. Picked up by Grant Delpit. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
Yeah, boy, the strength on display there as he rumbles through tacklers for a gain of about 8.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going, and also you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature in the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on 3rd down. They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And some room to roam now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 77 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. They'll try the air now with Watson. He'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson. He's going to be brought down there in the field of play, and the clock will run, no timeouts. They will not have the chance to bring out the field goal unit. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I'll guarantee you he's been selling this one. We can get it, coach, we can get it. And that came together with that sense of urgency you talked about.
The third quarter starts with a run by Chubb. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 44, Watson to the right side and complete to Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Up the middle, it's Chubb. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 24, Watson. Going out wide, finds Chubb. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
On first down, Chubb able to get forward for about 4 as he's taken down.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Second down, here's Chubb again.
And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up first and goal.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here, because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now they'll put a receiver in motion left.
Chubb is into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Some good running there at the end of the drive. He had the burst that set up the first and goal, and then one play later, he's in the end zone.
Brandon, what I liked about that sequence is, I'm not sure who made the play call, but they understood the situation, understood the momentum. A nice hard-charging run, give it right back to him, and let him cap things off.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Bengals drive about to get going.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
On second down, it's Hawkins. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They're passing here, Joe Burrow.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in the short amount.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Obi Melifonwu.
And the Browns are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to...
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland.
One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, You want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Extra point by York is up and good.
And the lead is now 24.
York ready, and here we go as he sends this one away.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their 25-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And they work this well upfield across the 45. 1st down. Here's Burrow.
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
On one. Ready?
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll set up a throw. This is caught. Touchdown.
Jamar Chase.
28 yards.
And the Bengals get a bit closer.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field, and that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
And they decide fairly early here they need the ball back, so here's an onside kick. And this one travels out of bounds, so unsuccessful there on the onside kick try. Now a 1st down throw, Watson.
Middle of the field to Jefferson. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
That's another beautiful throw right there. It gets it to his man right in stride. And I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm. They've been sharp. They've been on it. And they pick up another 1st down there.
They go up the middle with Chubb.
Wow, and even 200 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
And we're back now here in Cleveland. It's the Browns football, and they've got the lead here as we start quarter number 4.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
And again, it's Chubb. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and all of a sudden here it's 3rd down.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
This offense so far on 3rd down, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's a give to Chubb. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Now Watson will step away, and out comes Cade York to handle this 4th down field goal try for the Browns.
This to make it a 3-score game late.
York able to send this one through,
and that will extend their lead even further.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Here we go.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Here we go.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Burrow looking to pass.
He's going to have the hook up here to Chase.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Ronnie Harrison.
And the Browns are going to take possession of the football.
The number 7 usually lucky here. Not for him. 7 picks he's thrown in this game. That's only happened 6 times since 1960.
And I know that the most recent time it happened, the guy who threw him, he won a Heisman Trophy in college, so sometimes you just have a lousy game. Doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad career, but when you're talking about one game, 7, you're right, not lucky at all.
Yeah, Ty Detmer the last to do it in 2001 to throw 7 picks.
2nd down, here's Chubb again.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. Steps away. Drops it off for Chubb.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
Well, a clear running situation. Trying to take time off the clock. He ran the previous play. Set that play action up nicely.
Boy, did they ever, because they had shown the ability to run the football. So now you lose your keys as a defense. You dive for the running play, and they hit them over the top.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Watson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. It's the Honey Badger, Tyrann Mathieu.
And the Bengals will take over here at their own 12-yard line.
That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. It's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. 88 yards.
And the Bengals have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
So now the Bengals offense will stay out there as he'll decide to go for 2.
Here's Burrow. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. Popular down near the goal line. Quick slant. Nice job there to get in, knock it away.
It was. One of the other things you're concerned about when you throw that route is to make sure your offensive linemen use their leverage to get the hands of the defensive front down so you can throw it through that little bit of crowd and get it to the receiver. In this event, they did, but a nice play by the defender knocking it away.
And Watson's going to throw it here. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Bengals are going to take possession of the football. What a play. The big man comes up with the interception. Puts together, Charles, a nice little return, too.
Yeah, he's not going to make anybody forget Darrell Green or Rod Woodson, but look at him lug that thing. He decided it was his. A lot of people might have thought about lateraling it there. No shot. Trying to take it the distance.
11-90.
Burrow. That's down the field and caught by Freiermuth. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Throwing, Burrow. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out.
Gun.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now Burrow. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a 1-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal. So a minute and change to go, and this is going to be an onside kick. And the Browns are able to cover this one up. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of an anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Now Chubb on 1st down, able to work his way forward for about 5. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Chubb. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
241 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. Down to a knee goes Watson, and that should just about do it for this ball game.
So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. You talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for Cleveland, they continue to roll as the win gets them to 12-2 on the year. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, the loss might knock them out of playoff contention as they drop to 6-8. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots.
You see, it's 2 type of people in life. It's people that wake up and wish they had it. It's people that wake up and go get it. We go get it, baby. Let's go. Photo poor, so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot, now I ain't gon' miss it. All I know is to go get it. All my life I've been a go-getter. All I know is to go get it. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Go get it. Go get it. Photo poor, so photogenic. All my life I've been a go-getter. Wake up in the morning, kiss my son, then go get it. Top floor, top dog, like I just signed a TDE. Gang. Know we all gotta eat. Up late, bills due, rent due, I ain't been asleep. Looking in the mirror, all I see is everything that I wanted to be. My city depended on me, that's on G.O.D. Grew up watching my mom become what daddy couldn't be. I ball like MLB, these Bottega boots ain't cheap. My car ain't got no key, I push the start to start my week. I'm in this photo poor, so photogenic. All I know is to go get it. Shoot my shot.